For decades, city planners, city leaders have talked about revitalizing the downtown, meaning the part south of the Capitol Square. In fact, in 2014, the council approved a $5 million study that was supposed to celebrate the lake. But what have they done to celebrate the lake? In recent times, the city paid consultants $250,000 just in the last year to propose changes to the Hairball intersection at Blair Street and John Nolan Drive and Willie Street, down there. And they had a number of recommendations to justify their $250,000 fee, but all the city wants to do in the end is just paint some lines. Paint some lines on the street, paint an area in green for pedestrians and bicyclists to go. Those are expensive lines. And they also want to put this 18-foot wide walkway or kind of a structure that would go from King Street through a couple of buildings out to the lake and have a ramp on the other side of the lake, which would cost a couple of million more dollars. And it's a fire lane. And they paid McGrath, the owner of a property there, $125,000, and you couldn't develop on there anyway because it's a fire lane, because the fire department would have to get into that area in case of a fire. No, they haven't really done right by this celebrate the lake idea. They're ignoring, and also now with the Judge Doyle project, where a hotel and some apartments would go downtown, they want to put in all these parking spaces, but the city parking spaces of 560 slots would cost $52,000 per space. That's $27,000 per space more than a plan by architect Kenton Peters, who lives on the lake, who would build a 6-acre park, and the parking ramp below the lake would cost $25,000 a space, $27,000 a space less than what the city wants to do now for their current plan. And of course, it would pay for itself because you could rent the spaces out to the developer, who would then pay back the city's bond for the ramp of about $12.5 million. So it wouldn't cost the taxpayers anything. So the taxpayers are getting fleeced by current plans. They're not celebrating the lake like Kenton Peters would do, and we're betraying the memory of John Nolan himself. I just wish people would wake up and do something that makes sense, and those are my 2 cents. And my 2 minutes are brought to you by Capital Consultants and Edge Construction. Mike Tuig and his staff can read your kitchen, your basement, your bathroom, your staircase, make your home feel just like home. We can talk about this and more on the Mitch Henck Show on madison.com.